Artificial intelligence, or AI, is all over social media and the news. And for good reason. It's the biggest game changer of our time. From writing and summarizing to proofreading and coding, AI is revolutionizing the way we operate in every sector of our society. And if you're not leveraging its powers, you're missing out on the ultimate competitive edge.
Imagine if you could make one change to your Shopify store and it would take your sales from looking something like this to something like this. There are tons of changes that you can make to your Shopify store to improve your customers' overall experience. Everything from the color that you choose for your site all the way to site speed and how fast your pages load. But what took my store to the next level wasn't by changing the color of my website or optimizing the site speed. It was actually by using ChatGPT. AI videos are a hot topic right now. People are using them to help write their papers, help draft emails, even just looking up random knowledge. But as business owners, we can be using ChatGPT to completely change and help run our business. So let's see exactly how ChatGPT can help e-commerce business owners. I'm going to start by going to ChatGPT 4, and I'm going to ask it, what are 3 ways that AI can help e-commerce business owners? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say. So the first thing that ChatGPT is giving us is personalization and recommendation engines. So basically saying, your customer bought this, they're then more likely to buy this product or add this to their cart. So more like customer analytics. Number 2, it says inventory management and demand forecasting. So if you're somebody who orders inventory, this could be a really great tool for reading what are your customers actually buying and how much you should be ordering from your supplier. And finally, customer service automation. So setting up a chatbot, having access to somebody who can answer questions for customers immediately, that's something that's huge. There's a ton of data out there on customer service and how quality customer service is a game changer for consumers, as well as how quickly we're getting back to our consumers and answering their questions. So all 3 of these are great options for us to use to help run our business. AI is going to allow us to be smarter and spend more time in the areas of the business that we need to be more focused in. So what did I do that used ChatGPT that took my business from doing this to giving me sales like that? The reason that I used ChatGPT to help rebrand my site is because with good branding, it can lead to increased brand awareness, customer loyalty, and ultimately higher revenue and market share. So let's see how you can use ChatGPT to completely build a brand from scratch or help rebrand your current Shopify store. So let's go to ChatGPT and see what we can come up with. I'm going to show you how you can use ChatGPT to build a brand from the very beginning with absolutely nothing. We don't even have an idea for the type of brand we want to build. So let's see what ChatGPT can come up with. Okay, so the first question that I'm going to ask ChatGPT is to list 30 brand name ideas for a dog lover graphic t-shirt brand. Let's see what we come up with. ChatGPT is just going to spit out 30 different brand names. Okay, wow, that's crazy. It gave 30 really good different brand names that we could potentially use for the brand that we're building. Right off the bat, there's one brand name that I really like, and that's Wag Swag. To me, that title just sounds really catchy, and I think other people would maybe hear of this brand name and go, what is Wag Swag? I just think it sounds really cool, so I'm gonna pick that for the brand name, Wag Swag. Okay, so the next question that I'm going to ask ChatGPT is, using the name Wag Swag for business brand name, write 20 brand missions/voices for this brand. So let's see what it comes up with. Okay, and there are 20 different voices/missions that we can use for Wag Swag. And there's one that stands out that I really like, and It's mostly from after doing market research. If you look and see what kind of dog brands are already out there, what kind of dog t-shirts and apparel are people printing already, and you see a lot of the same breed of dogs. You know, you see your French bulldogs, your golden retrievers, your Labradors. You know, it always seems to be the same most popular types of dogs. But I like number 7, to cultivate a brand that celebrates the diversity of dog breeds, honoring each breed's unique characteristics through our designs. So it's a company that includes all breeds. You can have, you know, the pugs all the way down to the little dog that kind of looks like a rat. And it can just be a brand that is fun and different, and dog owners that have these more unique breeds can actually find apparel with their dog's face on it. I think it could be a really interesting niche within the niche of dog lovers. So I'm gonna pick that as our brand's mission. The third thing that I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to do is write a blog post about dogs and the importance of a good diet. So let's see. So if you're someone who's starting a Shopify store from scratch, you're probably already anxious knowing that you're starting from the very beginning. You haven't taken a sale yet. You're nervous that your store's not going to be good enough. You kind of have some imposter syndrome. You're thinking to yourself, am I good enough to have this store? Does this store seem legit enough that somebody is going to buy from it? And it's completely normal. Every single entrepreneur, especially in e-commerce, I believe has those doubts about their store. And being able to throw some blog posts into your store kind of gives some back end to your company as a whole. Customers can come to your store and see, okay, they have some nice designs, I like that. But do they actually really know about this niche, about this topic? Are they truly as inspired by this as I am? And adding a blog post that shows that you care about dogs or some aspect of dogs can be very convincing for somebody who is looking at your store and wondering, should I be purchasing from this website? I've never heard of this brand before, or should I just go to Amazon and try to find the same shirt? So you do need to stand out in some way, shape, or form. Having blog posts can just show customers that you truly know what you're talking about. You know about dogs, you know about different breeds, and that you care about them. And that's truly what the customer is looking for. They want to find somebody who they feel like they could be friends with. And having these blog posts is a perfect way to make somebody believe that your brand is truly the brand that you're saying you are. And then we'll just have ChatGPT write a blog post about different dog breeds. Awesome. I really like how ChatGPT even throws in like tail wagging tour through diverse world of dog breeds. Like they added little puns that just work with the dog niche. I think it's great. And they're, you know, not your typical dog breeds that you see all over the place that they're writing about in the blog. And you could also tailor it even more. You could say like, talk about and pick some like 3 really random breeds or 3 really kind of random topics within your niche and have it curate a blog post about that, kind of more in depth. But I just went very broad with it. But still, I think ChatGPT did a great job with coming up with these blog posts. So we can add these to our site just to make it seem more legit. People can read them, maybe find out something that's interesting that they didn't know about. And blog posts down the line can eventually help with SEO. And then let's ask ChatGPT to write a sales email for Wag Swag, a dog-loving graphic t-shirt company that loves and includes all dog breeds. Add a section that talks about a dog charity that they can support. It's going to give you your subject. So you can use that if you want. You don't need to. You could come up with your own. But this is great. I like the little emoji that ChatGPT added to it. Just is like a little nice little touch. Talk about supporting different dog charities because we're passionate about giving all dogs the best life. We could have some of the proceeds go directly to some sort of charity. Maybe we could say 1% of every sale goes to helping dogs in need. That can kind of help your niche and your company stand out from other companies within that niche. You know, if one store has a shirt that's similar to your shirt or your tapestry, I would rather buy from the one that's going to help give a couple bucks to helping a dog charity than one that's not going to do that. Especially if the price is the same, why wouldn't you go help some poor little puppies? So it's a good area of market research to look into and see what are other brands that are similar to the one that you're building. What are they doing? Adding a little blip at the bottom saying connect with us on social media so that you're always up to date on new designs, special offers, heartwarming dog stories. That's something that you could send emails about. They don't all have to be like, hey, we're running this mega sale. Part of building a brand is just communicating with your customers. And part of that could just be finding stories about dogs and the lives that they've had and sending a little heartwarming message. Or if you are donating to a charity and the charity is able to give you some sort of pamphlet saying like, hey, you helped out this dog, Charlie, go from, being close to being euthanized to now he's in a loving home and it's all thanks to your donations. That's stuff that customers love. Customers love knowing that when they purchase something, they're helping in the long run. And that can be a great way to just get on a better communication scale with your customers. I think that could be a really good idea if you're somebody who wants to look into the dog niche. And that's something that's different that I don't see many e-commerce stores doing. And it's something that I actually did with my own personal brand recently. I started using ChatGPT specifically to write my 2 email campaigns that I send every week. And they don't include anything crazy like 10% or 15% off of your, total order. I get thousands of dollars off of those emails. And it's just about topics within my niche. And it's just giving my customers some information because they're already lovers of that niche. They already are passionate about it. They like my products. And I'm not just badgering them with, come buy, sale, sale, sale. It's just a natural way of getting people back in the door. It's, hey, I found these facts about X, Y, and Z. Did you know about them? Because I didn't. This is all new to me. I didn't know about that statistic. And it gets people interested in your brand again. They go, oh, that is interesting. Oh, I haven't checked out, that website in a while. I'm going to click on the link and go see. And then they end up purchasing. So just keep that in mind because if you're building a brand, you don't have to be throwing just sales at people like, oh, get 40% off. You want people to continue coming back and you don't want to seem like you're badgering them with hand me money, hand me money. The next thing we're going to ask ChatGPT is write an email that your order has shipped with dog puns throughout. Wow, that's great. We're barking with excitement. See, these kind of emails are different. I'm sure you've purchased something online and you receive the email. It's like, hey, we got your order. We'll work on it. Thanks for purchasing. There's no personal touch to it. It's just plain Jane. It's what Shopify gives you. And if you're somebody who has a Shopify store, you know all the default emails that can be sent. And there is a way to go into your settings. So if you go into your settings on Shopify, you can actually change all of the emails that Shopify sends your customers. So that could be from order confirmation to your order has shipped. There are a ton of different emails and you can have ChatGPT write all of those for you. And it just gives your brand such a voice. It's amazing. And our customers love this. They absolutely love it. We get people responding back to the email saying like they've never received a confirmation like this and they find it humorous. And it's just a nice little personal touch. People are taking the time to write us a note saying like, wow, what a great order confirmation. What business owner is ever getting emails like that? Probably 90% of us are just getting, customer service emails that people are mad and annoyed. But you do sometimes get emails from people that they just love your brand and they want to let you know that they love your brand. And that is amazing and is what gives me the drive and the confidence to continue pushing further and further with my business. And I just think it's a really great way to build your e-commerce store. And it's something that not many people talk about. We all talk about sales emails. We talk about advertising and here's how to make thousands and thousands of dollars. But not many people are talking about actually building your brand and taking that time to tailor it to your customers. And it's so important and it will take your sales to a completely different level. So, this email is great. I would use this in a heartbeat. I would go through and change all of the default emails within Shopify, this is hands down one of the best things that you could do for your brand. And again, we'll just have it write a thank you for your purchase, kind of like a order confirmation email. Again, with dog puns throughout. Support, like that's great. I would have never thought of that on my own. Like all of this stuff would have taken hours for me to come up with, or for me to hire somebody to write like this. It would take so much time. And ChatGPT, like if you're looking at this and not going, wow, that's brilliant, like I can add this to my store in a night, like you're just sitting on a pile of gold and not doing anything about it. Like this is absolutely one of the best things that you could do for your business. And it's one that you can change completely overnight. Like that's great. Again, giving your brand, you know, a CEO, giving them a name, giving them a human to put all of this with. I don't ever use my personal name with my brand. You absolutely can. It's just something that I haven't done. With this kind of branding, you can absolutely stand out and blow other print-on-demand and Shopify stores out of the water. Not only are you getting more people the first time around because they understand your brand and they hear your mission and your voice, you're maximizing the LTV of your customers. And that's something that nobody on YouTube is talking about. Nobody is giving you any information of increasing that LTV of your customers. And if you have a customer that keeps coming back, that is 90% cheaper than going out and getting first-time buyers again and again and again. It costs more money for you to acquire a first-time buyer than it does to get people coming back. So if you sprinkle in these little personal details and you really cater to your niche, people are going to come back. Absolutely. Like unless your product is complete trash, people will come back and they will continue to buy from you. And that's exactly what happened to me and my brand. And this is why I want to share it with you. I want you guys to be able to build brands, build print-on-demand stores that don't need inventory, that don't take a ton of time to set up, but then we'll have life well beyond the normal drop shipping timeline. You don't need to keep going to Alibaba trying to find the next best product to sell on TikTok or Instagram or Reels. You can be building a brand that is going to last for years and be building a brand that's going to have millions of dollars in history to then later down the line potentially sell, or just continuing to grow it in other ways, shapes, and forms. It could get to a point where you no longer have to do print on demand. You may want to start buying inventory because then you're building a better margin for yourself. There's so much that you can do once you've already built a store that continues to grow. But overall, people truly want a connection. They want to feel connected to your brand and to your niche. People buy based off of emotion. They then justify the purchase with logic. So if you're able to connect emotionally with your consumers, hands down, you're not going to have any issue with selling your products. So I urge you to make this one change using ChatGPT to completely change your business and to take it from getting numbers like this that aren't too bad to numbers like this. Guys, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And if you're interested in learning about how I find niches that work, check out this video here.